Hey guys, Mishire here. I play a destro warlock, and today we're going to go over the add-ons that I use to set up my interface. If you guys enjoy the video, please do like and subscribe. And if you have any add-ons that I'm not using that you recommend, please put those in the comments below. The first add-on I'm going to talk about is Bartender 4. It's really great because you can resize your bars, make them bigger or smaller, and position them anywhere you want. You can also use the key bindings effect if you'd like to key bind that way. Although I do use bind pad, which is a different add-on. One of the things I like to do, first thing, is to change this to full button mode when you're out of range. It's really important for casters and for destro locks. That way when you're out of range, you'll clearly see that you can't reach a target. I also like to use the zoom feature on Bartender on my bars so that I can see the buttons better. It's just a personal preference. For my mini-map, I use an add-on called Mappy. There are several other add-ons that you can use. The most popular one is Sexy Map. There's also Basic Mini-Map or Simple Mini-Map. But currently, I like Mappy the most. The thing I like most about it is that for gathering professions like mining and herbalism, you can see the little dot blinking, and it makes it really big, so it's very easy to see the dot. It also has really good custom settings in the interface for showing or hiding whatever you don't want to see on your mini-map. You can make it big or small, and I like to make mine into a square on the bottom right corner. Next we have Shadow Unit Frames. This is the most popular add-on at this time for your unit frames. Now unit frames are like the health bar of your party members or of your target or of yourself. It also usually includes the mana bar or your rage bar, energy, things like that. Right here I'm unlocking them. You can see there's a lot of options here. You can customize it however you'd like. You want to disable whatever you don't like so that it's not too cluttered. For the auras, for your buffs, you can edit your buffs, and that's what causes my buffs to be right above the bar in the center of my screen. And you can also move your debuffs and make them larger. I like to make mine real large in the top right corner so I know when I'm debuffed. When you set up the bars, make sure you go to this option here and disable all this stuff. Mine's already disabled, I'm showing, and there's just too much going on in your party frames and on your target frame. You want to disable most of it and just keep whatever you like. Another great add-on to make your interface better is to use the add-on called Quartz. Quartz is going to change your casting bar from a little dinky default Blizzard casting bar to whatever size you want. You can see here it gives you an image and it tells you the name. You can edit all that. It also shows you the time. Also, if you get any pushback from casting the spell or there's any latency, it will show that on the casting bar. One of the things I like to do with Quartz is make my pet's casting bar really large in the center of my screen. That way when I'm using seduction on my succubus, I can see when she's casting it. Sometimes you can tell her to start seducing, but she won't seduce because she's out of range. This way you know that it's being cast, and you know that the target that you're casting it on is going to be CC'd as soon as it's completed. This next add-on is OmniCC. What this does is place a cooldown counter on your icons, on your bars, for your spells that are on cooldown. It's really important. It allows you to customize it to make the numbers really large to easily tell when things are on cooldown. You can customize OmniCC quite a bit. You can look at my settings here or customize it however you'd like. I highly recommend this add-on to keep track of your cooldowns, as cooldowns are one of the most important part of World of Warcraft PvP. Before Shadow Unit Frames, I used to use Galvin's unit bars. It's a really great add-on. The only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't show you your shields, and that's one of the reasons I use Shadow Unit Frames for my unit frames now. However, Galvin's unit bars does things that other add-ons don't do. What I use it for a Destruction Warlock, is for my Ember Shards and my Soul Shards. These little red lines in the center of my screen, that's what those are for. I currently use box mode. You can take a look at the settings here, or you can mess with it and make it look however you'd like. What's really good about it is it'll show how the embers are being filled in. It easily makes you know when you have Soul Shards and when you don't. It's also useful for rogues, for combo points, for druids combo points, arcane mages for their arcane blast points, and for other classes. You can use Galvin's unit bars for unit bars also, for your players, for your targets, or for yourself if you like, but I currently use Shadow Unit Frames. Okay, these next two add-ons are really good. One of them is Power or Classics, and the other one is Weak Auras. I highly recommend using at least one of them. I've always used Power or Classics until this expansion when I just started using Weak Auras. And what both of these do is, upon triggers, such as your enemy's health being a low percent, or one of your spells being off cooldown, or say one of your enemies pops their burst or pops a defensive, it'll play a sound or show an image on your screen. You can set it up however you want, make it very customizable. Right now I have it set up to show me to cast Shadow Burn when I'm moving, to cast Conflag when I have 2 stacks, to help me cast Chaos Bolt when I have 5 Soul Shards, or to use various cooldowns when they're off cooldown. I highly recommend to use this in PvP as it's one of the most important ways to help chain CC somebody. For example, if you're on a team with a rogue and he stuns an enemy, you can make an icon show up very large that shows that that enemy is being stunned. You can see the cooldown timer on that, and as soon as it's about to be up, you can follow up the stun with the fear, which allows you to chain CC your enemies. It's really important for PvP. I also have it set up to show me when I have my buffs, the ones that actually matter to me, really large with timers, so I know when I'm buffed and I'm more powerful. Okay, this next add-on is Move Anything. Move Anything is probably one of the best interface add-ons to help you customize your interface. I changed my quest objectives, I changed my bag size, and one of the most important things to do is to cause that little error frame that pops up that says you're aiming the wrong way or you're low on mana, and just completely hide that. You can use Move Anything to hide anything or to rescale anything. For nameplates, I use KUI Nameplates. Some people like to use tidy plates, but I think KUI is definitely the superior choice as long as you can figure out the settings and get it set up the way you like. I'll show you here how I have my settings set up. It's really important that you understand how nameplates are shown or hidden based on if they're friendly or they're enemies. And I like to have mine so that the nameplates always show up all the time. You do this by going to Interface, Names, Always Show Nameplates. If you're a healer, you may want to see your friendly nameplates, but usually I just keep it on enemy nameplates. One of the important things is to have your range for your nameplates to be as high as possible. KUI will do this automatically as long as you go to this last tab here and say to let KUI control your nameplates, and then increase the CVAR all the way up to 100. This will allow you to see nameplates as far as possible. One thing most players don't do that I recommend is to edit your chat windows. You can make several different chat windows and change their settings, and then you can just choose between the different tabs. For add-on for chat, I like to use Phanx Chat. This allows me to actually make the chat windows completely empty if I really want to, so I see nothing. It's pretty much like turning off your chat. You can make a chat window totally transparent, and you can also turn off all of the chat in that window. Or you can make the transparency dark so that you can easily see your chat. One thing that this also does is it will fade out your chat after so many seconds. I have mine set to 10 seconds. The best part is probably to hide those flashing tabs whenever you get new messages in a different chat tab. That way your interface is nice and clean. For tooltip add-on, I like to use the add-on TipTac. Tooltips are what you see when you hover over a target. It could be an NPC or another player. TipTac allows you to make it really complicated and give you lots of information, or you can make it like I have it, which is really simple and basic. Using Move Anything, you can enlarge or move the tooltip frame to wherever you like on your screen. Okay guys, that's it for the add-ons for my interface. I'll do another video on other add-ons that I use for PvP and for gameplay with my Destruction Warlock. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any questions about the add-ons, and I can help you set anything up that you need. Thanks guys.